You're listening to the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
It's the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
The following podcast is rated S and may contain following themes of nudity via @simpelly_, wrestling preachings, low-key readings. Listeners might witness biased WWE fan draggings, indie talk, wig snatching, tea-spilling arguments, but most importantly, shade. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions of our panelists do not reflect our hopes and dreams of getting WWE creative/writing contracts.
Viewer's discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pipe Bomb Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about No Mercy, and then we're going to talk about the women main eventing Monday Night Raw and the announcement for the first women's Hell in a Cell matchup coming up at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Emmalina, Lana getting involved with Charlotte, Nikki Bella still getting attacked by Carmella, Naomi versus Alexa Bliss Part 2, and Becky Lynch is injured, and then we're going to talk some Total Divas. Before that, just take a look. Why can't I do it? What the fuck? Hold on. Before that, take a look at our river. There you go. Bam. Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Bob's back on the Pipe Bomb Podcast. We really missed you guys. I know it's been like 2 weeks that we've deprived you guys of a show, but we're back and we're better and we're here with a new member. Eve, how are you, girl?
Hey.
What is the tea?
Well, Total Bellas, what's going on, and Carmella and Nikki going at it.
So are you excited for all of that?
I'm honestly, I didn't think that Carmella and Nikki were gonna really catch my attention like that, because I've always liked the two of them, but them going at it like how they bring out the best in each other.
Yeah, this feud is really starting to stick out, and we're really going to dig into this feud. But before we get into that, let's talk. We got to get some promos out the way before Nick catches my wig. So let's talk about, well, I announced it earlier. We have Eve. Eve is a new member of the Pipe Bomb Podcast, and we're super, super excited to have her with us. Eve is just full of energy and spunky and shady as hell, just like us. And, you know, we love the Shady Bunch. So, once again, welcome, Eve. Welcome to the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
Thank you.
I want to make a quick mention. Brandy has decided to part ways with the Pipe Bomb Podcast. She has a lot of things going on in her life. So she's just going to take a seat back right now. So we'll see what's going to go on with Brandy. But let's move on. Our Instagram account, The Real Pipe Bomb Podcast. Please make sure that you guys go and follow our official Instagram account. Sam Pelly will be actually doing a story on our Instagram with WWE2K17, which was released this past Tuesday. So if you guys want, you guys could just shoot over to our Instagram page, and you guys can watch Sam Pelly and his shade playing the video game and just talking about what he likes and what he doesn't like about the video game. But from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of good things going with this video game. I haven't heard much of anything. Have you heard anything negative about the game yet, Eve?
No, actually, it's funny that you asked. My best friend, he has the game now, and he's been FaceTiming me and showing me, and it's pretty lit.
Yeah, like right now I'm really torn because I have the Xbox 360 and I want to switch it for a PlayStation 4, but I really want to get WWE2K17. But I'm like, what the hell, man? And I have a big trip coming up at the end of the month, so I'm like, I don't really have the money to be jumping around with systems right now and video games. So I think I'm just going to go fucking rent the game and play out the game on my Xbox real quick, and then after my trip and everything else settles, then I'll switch over and purchase the game. So that's my plan. But I've heard nothing but great things about this video game, so I'm super excited to check it out. But
you should go to PS4.
What was that?
I said you should go to PS4. I'm gonna be on PS4. Woo-hoo.
I know. I'm definitely gonna switch over to PlayStation 4. I'm not gonna purchase the video game for the Xbox. I'm just gonna rent it for the Xbox and maybe play it for a couple of weeks, so just get a feel for it. But when I purchase it, it's gonna be for the PlayStation 4. I'm definitely gonna make the switch. I should have did it earlier, but procrastinating. That's my thing. Let's see. What else do we have over here? So make sure you guys also go follow our Twitter account at @_RealPipeBomb, where you guys can get all of our daily updates and the gifts of the day and the pipe bomb of the day, the bombshell of the day, all that good stuff. So now, let's talk about No Mercy. No Mercy happened on Sunday, and Eve was just mentioning about how he's loving this whole Nikki Bella and Carmella feud that's been going on in the WWE for the past couple of weeks. And what I will say is, Carmella resorting back to a heel, and feuding with Nikki Bella, who resorted back to a babyface, is actually working. I'm loving it. Carmella's starting to get reactions from the crowd. We're being very familiarized with what Carmella is. Carmella is a scrappy, backstabbing, jump you in the alley type of chick. And I ride for that. She's really hood. Like, she's giving me Staten Island all day. Coming out from behind the dumpsters and just knocking Nikki Bella around. So I'm loving this. These two women put on a great performance at No Mercy. I feel like out of the women, they had the match of the night at No Mercy due to Becky Lynch's injury, but we'll get back into that. But I feel like the women did great in this match. How did you feel about the match between Nikki Bella and Carmella at No Mercy?
Honestly, it was really good. It wasn't a Sasha versus Charlotte match, right, but it was still, really good. I was very much invested into it, and I honestly thought Carmella was going to steal it, but Nikki came through and got that W. I couldn't be mad. I was happy either way, because I'm a big fan of both, and heel Carmella is everything.
It is everything, and she's doing such a good job with it, and she really does look like she's having a good time in this role. I feel like Carmella is a natural heel, and she works super, super great with Nikki Bella. And Nikki Bella's just a vet, and working for Carmella, this is amazing for Carmella, because, they were struggling with Carmella when they first debuted her onto Smackdown. They didn't know what to do with her, but pairing her up with somebody as cemented as a Nikki Bella, with the whole Total Divas show, the longest reigning Divas champion, and then to have Carmella feuding with somebody to that stature is perfect for her character, and then to turn her into a heel. So WWE is doing a great job with Carmella. But I noticed that a lot of fans they're not really buying the whole Nikki Bella as a babyface thing, because a lot of people, they're so used to seeing Nikki Bella as a heel. They're so used to seeing her being the catty, bougie girl from the valley. But you know what? I like Nikki Bella as a babyface. I don't mind her at all.
Yeah, me too.
I think
I was her either way, because even when she was Divas champion, technically she was a heel because her and Brie kept cheating, but the crowd was so into her, she was practically made into a face.
Especially after the neck injury, coming back from a neck injury, you got to be babyface, because people grow respect for you. And I thought her outfit looked super cute. I love the outfit. I thought the whole shindig was cute with the shorts and everything. I thought it was cute. It's a good look on her.
Yes.
And her hair is everything. I love.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I'm not gonna throw any shade towards my Mella's look, because Miss Mella looked amazing. I love Carmella in her fucking jumpsuit, her little jog suits. I think they're the cutest thing. I think she separates herself big time. It's a signature look. No other woman has ever done that in the WWE. Literally a fucking runner's suit. It just looks great. I love it. I love Carmella, and I love it when she talks trash.
Oh my gosh, she gets so the neck roll, the bounce and everything. She is just nothing but attitude. I was I love it.
It's natural. It comes natural to her. And with Nikki Bella picking up the win at No Mercy, I feel like it was justified. I feel like Nikki Bella really needed that win for her character and just to keep the storyline going. So I'm happy that Nikki Bella picked up that win. But yeah. Now we can move on to Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. Now, it's been speculated that Becky Lynch was injured before No Mercy, so everybody pretty much had an idea that Becky Lynch was injured, but WWE didn't confirm anything because they were still posting about the pay-per-view and blah, 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 which a lot of people were talking about how they did the same thing with Randy Orton and blah, 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 but Randy Orton didn't end up having his match. But Becky Lynch, they're saying, it's been said that she's injured due to a non-in-ring injury. I don't know what that means, so I don't know what's going on with Becky Lynch, but what we do know is that she'll be back on November the 8th, so that means, Becky's going to be good. So, obviously, Alexa Bliss could not wrestle Becky Lynch on No Mercy, so she had a substitute impromptu opponent, and it was Miss Feel the Glow herself, Naomi.
Feel the Glow, baby.
I thought it was a great surprise to have Naomi come out on a pay-per-view and have a match with Alexa Bliss. I was super surprised. Out of all of the women on the roster, I feel like Naomi was the best choice to come out and have a match with Alexa Bliss. I feel like this Alexa Bliss and a Naomi match has been anticipated for years now. How do you feel about that?
I love Naomi. Ever since the draft and everything, I've been doing nothing but being supportive of her, because I'm really hoping that even if like the first time around she doesn't win the title, I hope this leads her to being champion because literally there's so many girls that I love on the roster, but nobody deserves it more than her.
On the SmackDown roster? Yeah, well, she's put in the years. You know what I mean? She's been there. She's put in the years. She does deserve a title reign. I've always said that. She definitely deserves a title reign. But do I see WWE doing it? I don't know.
And then, the other thing, too, is that Naomi, she hasn't even, peaked what she can do. Me, personally, I feel like Naomi is, not that I'm comparing her to Charlotte, but I feel like her and Charlotte could be, the extreme athletes of the company because, Naomi, she's shown us, bits and pieces of what she can do when, she's really going, but we haven't seen her, just steal the show yet, and I really hope we get to see that because that's going to put her over.
The thing with Naomi, the whole thing about comparing her to Charlotte and everything, the thing with Naomi, she hasn't had the legit chance to stand on her own. She's always been put into factions and stuff like that. So hopefully this whole Feel the Glow thing and her glowing in the dark is going to be that thing to push her over, and it seems to be working because the crowd is really getting hyped behind her when she comes out for her entrances and stuff like that. So I just wish the best for Naomi. I really do, and I maybe when it comes to the mic and stuff to kick it up a notch a bit, but she has, because the last time that they had her talking on screen, she did a great job with Nikki Bella, and I love the whole little pairing with her and Nikki, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But she had a match with Alexa Bliss at No Mercy, and what I will say is I wasn't a fan of the match. I feel like obviously, I'm going to be totally real. I'm not going to really go in on them because this match was last minute. It wasn't planned. And, these two girls just went out there and just put it together quickly for us. So there's not much I can say about it, but it wasn't, I feel, because, Carmella and Nikki just had such a great match. So I kind of feel bad comparing something that they had to put together in probably a couple of hours.
Right.
So, but it was a great match. It was feasible. How did you feel about
it? I still liked it too because they still told a story and people still were into it. Mm-hmm. They were still invested. And then like you said, it was impromptu. They probably had just told Naomi literally the hour before they pay. They're okay, so you and Lex are gonna be out there. She's probably what the hell? I thought I was just coming to watch, but okay.
Overall, I think No Mercy was a great pay-per-view. I think Maryse looked flawless. Maryse, sorry guys. I know I call her Maryse. I know. I don't know. But I thought she looked amazing. I love the match with Ziggler and The Miz. I feel like that was the match of the night. They should have main evented the show, which I found funny that the heavyweight champions, that AJ Styles opened up the show having his match.
See, that's what I love so much about SmackDown Live. They're not scared to take chances. I feel like Raw, even though it's smart as far as business, okay, clearly if, this person is the star of the show, then, okay, clearly you push them. But, I feel like SmackDown is well, you know what, let's try this person who people aren't really talking about.
Hold on, bitch.
Don't realize it.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to go into Raw's defense real quick. Raw had the women main event. So,
but see, that's safe. That's still a safe move because it's been
safe. They haven't done that in years.
Because it is. Raw is very safe. That's why people haven't been talking about Raw except the stuff that
I don't know.
Of course, you're going to talk about it. If they make Sasha and Charlotte main event again, and it's in a Hell in a Cell match, of course people are going to talk about it, and that is something to talk about, right? They rightfully should. But what Raw fails to do is take chances on people like Nia Jax, people like Alicia Fox.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Right, but see, SmackDown does that, and they do that in every area. On SmackDown, I'll actually sit through SmackDown and watch everything as far as the men and the women, and I mostly watch the women because I'm not even really interested in the guys if the girls aren't getting, good treatment. But Raw, it's hard to keep me because they don't take chances. They're okay, well, we know Roman Reigns is going to be our face because that's what we want. We know Seth Rollins is the man. That's what we want. So we're going to keep doing this every week. And it's SmackDown does things different. With how it's Talking Smack, I love that too.
Oh, Talking Smack is everything to me.
It's such a great platform because it's all, for the most part, I feel like it's impromptu. They float in between kayfabe and the storylines and they talk about real issues and then the stars get to actually talk about it. I love it because then it makes us, the fans, be oh, well then, maybe Alexa does really want to do this, or maybe Naomi is feeling this way, and we see the stories continue on there with Carmella and Nikki fighting, and all of this. I love it.
Yeah,
like, SmackDown's where it's at.
They talk about their legit issues, what they have going on, and they tie it into the storyline.
Exactly.
So it's very smart.
It's brilliant. And then I love too. Daniel Bryan also is amazing because I love how he negotiates the right reaction. I mean, not negotiate. He what's the word? Instigates the right reaction.
He conditions. That's what. The one thing with Daniel Bryan is he conditions the superstar to bring them to where he wants to be. And
exactly.
he's really good at that.
Because when he was talking about Alexa or whatever going against Becky, he was like, trying to like really pull it out of her. Like he's like, no, don't be nice. Like really, be spiteful. Like bliss us off. Like.
Mm-hmm. I love it. The show, it's 10 out of 10 for talking smack. But we're gonna get back into SmackDown. But now we're gonna jump over to Monday Night Raw. We had Sasha and Charlotte main event Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago where Sasha Banks won the Women's Championship in an amazing match. Now this match was fucking phenomenal. Wait, hold on. I think Gigi's available. Hold on, guys. Sorry, listeners.
I just seen that too.
What? Girl, come in. Anyway, you know what? I'm over it. Charlotte and them, they did an amazing job. They main evented Monday Night Raw. That hasn't happened in, 14 years since Trish Stratus and Lita did it. So, I'm just super, super stoked about that. But, guys, honestly, truly, we have a special guest on to the Pipe Bomb Podcast, and her name goes by Gigi. What's up, Gigi?
This motherfucker already tried it. He said guest. I am a motherfucking panelist. Don't try it.
Oh, sorry. I must be mistaken. I thought you were another girl.
Get my bio says panelist on Twitter, so I'm a panelist here.
Can you do it? Well, Gigi, panelist, fellow companion, welcome back to the show. I know the listeners missed you, and I've missed you too a little bit. Oh, a little something.
I missed you.
Listen, bitch, you know you missed
me. Let me try to say it convincingly. I missed you too. Oh my God, James. Yes, Wendy Williams. Yes.
Shut up. Oh my God. Sometimes I wish I could just reach through and just drag a girl. But Gigi, how did you feel about Charlotte and Sasha Banks main event in Monday Night Raw?
I was here for it. I'm very happy for them because they chose two good girls that can actually do it. And then I'm really hyped for the Hell in a Cell match because this shit's about to be just on point. I hope no one tried to fall off the cell. Let's not shoot for the moon here. It's just land at the stars, girls. But I'm very, very happy.
Okay. I love my Sasha Banks. I love Sasha, but Sasha, don't get crazy, boo. Do not get crazy in that case.
But my girl Charlotte.
But my girl Charlotte's smart. Okay? Not saying that Sasha ain't Charlotte either. Smart either. But anyways, they main evented. Sasha won. Fucking dope. She had a big moment. She main evented Monday Night Raw. She won one of her and Charlotte's goals down in NXT when Sasha was a fucking little girl. She wanted this, so it was such a big moment for her. Main evented Monday Night Raw, and then winning the women's championship. Like that's fucking epic. Like you read about that in like fairy tales. So I'm so happy for Sasha. Amazing shit. So Sasha comes out this week on Monday Night Raw, and she opens up the show, and she's there, cutting a promo or blah blah blah, and then she's announcing that she has a match coming up at Hell in a Cell with Charlotte, and she wants to up the ante, and she wants it in a Hell in a motherfucking Cell match. So Charlotte comes out, and Charlotte quickly gets interrupted by Rusev and Lana, who come out as well, and then Rusev comes out and he tells Sasha to shut up, ain't nobody care about the women, blah blah blah. We all watched it, and then Lana gets on the mic and she tries to put her 2 cents into it, and the girls just shoved Lana on her ass, and I was just like, what? This is like the first time that we've seen Lana in character besides her little scruffle with Summer Rae, which I'm trying to forget because those were like some brutal days, because I feel like they were just in a standstill in that fucking storyline, let's be real. But when Lana got shoved down, it was just like shocking to me. I was just like, I wasn't ready. Were you ready for Lana to get shoved down, or did you not see it? Gigi.
I was thinking coming. There's gonna be like, oh yeah, because once he said like, oh, they don't want to listen to the women, like, oh, the steak, but they gonna not go.
You like broke up like crazy. You sound like you're underwater, girl.
You sound like you're underwater too. But what I was trying to say is that I wasn't surprised that Lana got hit because it wasn't about to hit Rusev, I guess.
Yeah, well, Rusev did get hit too. He got his ass kicked right out of the ring. I thought that was hilarious. But I think it was such a strong moment for the women to open up the show like that and then to get involved with Rusev and Alana. I thought it was very random for them to get interrupted by Rusev and Lana. I thought it was... I think it's smart for Rusev's character because Rusev right now, he's like a mad hornet and he just wants to get at everybody because he lost his championship to Roman Reigns. So he didn't give a shit about what the women had to say if it was going to be a monumental moment for the women in the division. So it was great for his character, for sure. That was definitely great for his character to come out and interrupt something like that as a heel. And then for Lana to get involved as well, I thought was the icing on the cake. And usually I know when Lana's going to get involved due to what she's wearing. Eve?
Yes.
Well, hello there. See, now we're all here. Eve, Gigi, Eve. They're actually meeting on the show, guys. Isn't that crazy?
Hi, Gigi.
So, right now we're talking about, what? Gigi?
Oh, no, go. Just, you know you like talking, just go.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Somebody got to narrate the show, bitch. Somebody got to do it. You ain't here, bitch. So let's do this.
I'm here now. I'll be happy, her.
She's back and she's better. Mm-hmm. So, I digress. You know, Lana gets shoved on her ass. Eve, we're just talking about when Lana came out and she got shoved on her ass. Would you surprised when Lana got shoved on her ass?
No, I knew they were going to do something.
Really? You thought so?
Yeah, because I knew Lana was going to, like she always does, she's always getting in people's face. And normally she's talking to other men, so of course they're not going to touch her. But Charlotte and Sasha ain't about to take that. No.
I was surprised, and I like how she was like, the Hell in a Cell is for real men. Men like my husband. Bam, bitch. Boop. She got bopped. I was just surprised.
I love Lana. I was really honestly, I was hoping she was going to get added to the feud and she was going to start wrestling again.
Well, I think it's going to happen because later Roman Reigns comes out and, you know, when Rusev got kicked out as well by the girls. Roman, and I also liked when they Sasha and Charlotte both snatched the mic from Rusev. I thought that was very great, very empowering for the women, and it just showed like they're not here for his nonsense. So I thought that was really, really good. And I love how Charlotte was just like, you don't talk to the queen like that, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm all here for it, and I loved the Black Swan phrase. I thought that was great. He called my girl Black Swan. So anyways, later in the show, it's been announced, now they're teasing us if there's going to be a Hell in a Cell match, and Mick Foley confirms it. Boom, bam, we got a Hell in a Cell match with the women, which is monumental. Like, this has never happened. I'm super excited. When they announced that the women are going to actually be in a Hell in a Cell match, I just cheered. Like, you would have thought I was here too. But then I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, this is major. I never thought I'd see two women inside a Hell in a Cell at a pay-per-view. How do you guys feel about the women being put into a Hell in a Cell? Gigi, how do you feel?
I'm hyped for it just because I love Sasha and I'm happy to see her finally get this chance. You know, Charlotte, she's neutral with me, but if anybody, it's good that she's doing with Charlotte because you're just such a good duo together in the ring. And then Hell in a Cell, I feel like they try to make it like it's this big, difficult match that only men can do. Like, they put a cage around the ring and you get thrown into it periodically. Like, it's not going to be that difficult for them.
Well, you know, it's wrestling. But how do you feel about it, Eve?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way as her, so I'm just like, but I'm just glad that we're starting to like be in the conversation of like stipulated matches, and just because they get more street cred doing more like things like the guys that way.
You guys are so like nonchalant about it, like it's just another jelly donut in the box.
It's a Hell
in a Cell, bitch.
Because when she said that, I was like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do, because I heard something about Charlotte's supposed to be doing something crazy, and I'm like, if she bonesaws off the top of that cage, I'm going to be like,
you know what I think is going to happen? I think Sasha's going to climb up to the corner of one of the cages, and she's going to hit the double knees off the cage. I think that's what she's going to do. And Charlotte's going to do something similar, like climb up the cage. I don't think they're going on the top of the cage. That's like a bit extreme. This is the first time the women are going to be in there. Let's keep it to a cool 8, okay? We don't need a 12. You girls have given us enough 12s for the year. Let's just be safe. Let's be safe in here. But, you know, we're all excited for it. This is big news for the women's division. So
yes.
You guys over here sipping the tea like it ain't nothing. I'm like, what? You kidding me? I'm excited.
Like I said, it's a piece of steel around the ring. I'm very hyped for it. I'm not about to be like, oh, this is the... When these hoes get to main event WrestleMania, then I'll, like, throw my pants out.
Right.
You guys.
Exactly. Or, like, oh, my God, I really hope that it's not this year because Money in the Bank already happened, but next year I hope we get a Money in the Bank because that would be lit. Oh my God.
You guys really jumped out the window with this one. Like, I'm so disappointed in your reactions.
We jumped out the window? What? We just said we're happy about it, but I mean, I get what she's saying, but I'm happy about it too. I mean, that's a hell in a cell. Like, that's crazy.
I understand, like, okay, this is the match where Mick Foley ended his fucking career in. This is the match where The Undertaker made his career in.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And now we're gonna have women in this match. That's how I see. I don't see like a cage match is a piece of fucking steel around the ring. You know what I mean? Like a freaking elimination chamber, same shit. I don't think of it that way. I just think of the history of the match. Gigi just got to be technical and shady, but that's okay. But I'm here to clock that tea.
Well, you have been around for longer, so this is big for you.
Quiet. My energy.
Quiet. Oh, hey, Gigi, guess what? You just made the list.
Yeah, she definitely made the list.
Jericho. Oh, little cute ass with that little baby skirt.
Drink it in, man. Alright, so we have a backstage segment between Lana and Charlotte. Charlotte's backstage warming up, you know, stretching, getting ready to go out there and slay the masses. You know, how a queen does it. So she gets interrupted by Lana, and Lana comes up to her and be like, you know, Lana does her thing. Don't you ever put your hands on me and blah, 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 blah. So tension. There was a lot of tension between the two of them, and then they were talking about how they got to work together tonight and blah, blah, blah. Don't disrespect her man because, you know, Lana will defend her man, blah, blah, blah. I feel like this is a little seed being planted because I feel like this Hell in a Cell match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte is going to be the little stamp, the final approval for this whole little feud for right now, and then we'll revisit it later down on the road because I feel like now they got to move on after this match. There's nowhere else to go, WWE. So, I'm okay with that. And I feel like Charlotte getting involved with somebody like Lana doesn't necessarily have to be a wrestling match, but I would love to see Lana, like, mind games, like getting in Charlotte's way or something like that. I would like to see something. I just like the dynamics between the two of them.
Lana needs to wrestle before the end of this year.
Really? You think so?
Lana. Everybody tweet that because she needs to wrestle. She deserves to be a part of the women's evolution. She needs to be wrestling. I think she agrees with me because I posted a couple free Lanas and she liked them. So let's get that trending, everybody.
What about you, Gigi? How do you feel about this whole Lana and Charlotte little seed?
Like Eve said, free Lana. She needs to be. She seems like an athlete. I don't need her to be on Charlotte's level. But I just need that. This is a simple match. Maybe not against Charlotte because that's a high caliber woman right there. Mm-hmm. But who's on Raw? I don't know who's on Raw because Summer. Actually, no, we don't need to revisit Alicia because Summer and her, that just ain't no chemistry ever. But yeah, her and Alicia snatched the wig off. I'm waiting for someone to just rip off Alicia Fox's wig, and it's just gonna be beautiful.
I feel like what was I going to say? Oh, Summer's injured. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah.
Something's going on with Miss Summer. But anyways, what I was going to say is the whole Lana thing. Like, I understand, like, people want to see Lana wrestle, but I feel like Lana is a part of the women revolution because Lana had speaking points before no other woman had speaking points, and I feel like building a character is more important than having actual matches. But in your defense, Eve, I feel like Lana has established a character. We know exactly who Lana is. We know exactly what she's about. Can WWE throw her into the ring and have her be successful? Yes. But I feel like Lana does such a great job in the role that she's in right now. We have enough female wrestlers that Lana wrestling isn't needed right now. That's just how I feel. And I would prefer her not to wrestle yet. That's just me. That's my opinion. But we can move on unless you guys have anything else to say about Lana and Charlotte's little thing. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
that's pretty much it. I still want her to be freed.
Yeah, hey, that's that's okay. I feel like I just feel like she works so well with her husband. She's, you know what? She helps
She
out
does,
the
but she
elusive
needs to spread
character.
her wings. She needs to spread her wings because she is she's awesome. Like, I mean,
But
like
think about
honestly,
it.
like no shade to Rusev, but Lana is the main attraction.
No,
Like,
no, it's true. It's true. Lana makes the elusive character. But the thing is, like, when it comes to the whole Lana thing, if Lana never had Rusev, she'll never be as popping either. Like, she's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. Lana's beautiful. She's talented. It's just that they stroke gold when they paired them two together.
true.
So
I see that.
yeah, you know what I mean. And there's not many. The last time we had a strong female manager in the WWE was Emmalina. I feel like Emmalina was everything to me. She developed.
Oh yeah, with Eminem. Oh yes.
Yeah, and I feel like I could compare Lana to something like that because since Emmalina, Lana stuck out to me as one of the managers that you just love to see and you just want to hear her speak. So
honestly, you know what? You're so right because, like, thinking back, because this was before, like, I even understood, like, kayfabe and how everything was kind of scripted and stuff. I used to hate Melina because I thought she was just so, like, I thought she was the worst person ever. And the only person, like, in recent years who's made me feel that way is Charlotte. Like, she makes me forget that I like her sometimes.
yeah, because they're so good at what they do.
She's just so good. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we, it's okay to disagree with the whole Lana thing. That's fine. But, it is what it is. Now let's move on to another thing that's causing the internet like crazy. The internet's going wild about this one. Emma. The makeover of Emma into Emmalina. Like, there's a lot of people on the internet that are not feeling it, okay? We saw the promo. She looks amazing, okay? I want to just put that out there. I feel like Emma looks flawless. I don't understand why the whole internet community is all upset and mad about this whole Emmalina thing. Oh, this sucks. They should keep evil Emma. We like evil Emma. Fuck this Emmalina shit. Okay, you guys say fuck this Emmalina shit. Where did you guys see her perform this? Where did you guys see her debut Emmalina? Because I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are mad at. I don't know. We haven't seen anything.
I think it's just like, because, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go on. I was done.
I just feel like people, especially with the girls nowadays, because at first it was at a point where people were like, okay, well, who cares? But now everybody's like, anytime they do anything with the girls, they're like, okay, you better come correct. Which I like. I like that they're protective of them. But it's like, give Emmalina a chance, because we haven't seen anything yet. I feel like maybe next week we might, like maybe just a little bit more or something, but I mean, I'm excited because I just like Emma in general. Like, I loved her bubble pop, as you say. I loved All About Me, Emma. And then if she's got something else with this Emmalina, where I'm getting a feel that she's going to be like an Australian model or something. Like, that's what I'm getting from the, like, because all the photo shoots and everything.
Yeah. What about you,
like,
Gigi?
almost.
How do you feel about Emmalina, Gigi?
I thought she looked beautiful. I just think because, like you said, like, when people are like, oh, we loved Evil Emma, like, well, Evil Emma wasn't over. You guys weren't, like, hashtagging Evil Emma. Like, this isn't an over character. She was struggling with the character before, and then she was currently struggling with the Evil Emma.
See, Gigi, I was just going to make your point. What was Evil Emma? She was just a heel that was just super great at wrestling and pointed at herself. There was no gimmick. Now they're giving
Evil Emma was everything.
Trust me, I loved I love Emma because we love Emma as a wrestler. I've always said that Emma doesn't need a gimmick. She just needs to be a badass wrestler. That's it. Period. Because she's just like,
Evil Emma was perfect to me.
I liked it. Like, I would love it to come back. Did you see her WrestleMania gear? Are you kidding me? She slayed my fucking life.
Oh my god.
She looked amazing. So with this whole Emmalina thing, I'm open to it because Evil Emma wasn't getting her to that level where she wants to be. So if she comes in with this Emmalina thing, we have no clue what it is. All we saw was pictures of her posing around with her new look. For all we know, she could still be Evil Emma, but she just has this inner confidence, like how when Naomi came out and explained what Feel the Glow is. And people just thought she glue in the dark. You know what I mean? That's it. But she talked about how she wants to dig in deep and blah, 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 and overcome everything that she's been dealt with in the WWE. So, they ain't going to dim her light. So, I'm here to see Emmalina. I'm excited for it. So,
me too.
Internet people stop going crazy, like how they went crazy. Oh, I'm so sick of Sasha and Charlotte. But look, now we got a fucking women's Hell in a Cell match. Like, calm the noise.
If you are calling yourself a fan of women's wrestling, you can never be tired of Sasha and Charlotte because I get where that frustration may come from, because you might want to see Nia Jax and Alicia go more, or you might want to see Summer Rae. But like, I mean, no matter how you put it, it's like still, when the opportunity was given, Sasha and Charlotte like spearheaded the women's revolution, like along with Paige and the NXT girls and everyone else who they worked with. But it's like they were the main ones. Exactly. Like you have to. And if we finally have a John Cena and Randy Orton that we see constantly, that are constantly being pushed and giving like good stories, like why are you mad about that? That's a great thing.
It's an amazing thing. And one thing like fans are not realizing is they're so used to the feuds, right? Fans were so used to feuds in the women's division. We have a rivalry now in the women's division. They're not used to it, and it's a bunch of the young fans who didn't sit through the whole Lita thing. They just heard about it. And this is a rivalry. This has been going on for 5 years plus, Charlotte and Sasha. So relax, calm the noise, let them have their moment. I'm here for it. So now let's move on. I'm excited for Emmalina. We'll leave it at that, and we're going to see what's going to come in the coming weeks. So we have Bayley. Bayley has a match with some random girl. Bayley won. It's just to make Bayley look good. So when Bayley was in the at the entrance ramp on her way back out, she gets attacked by Dana Brooke, who Dana Brooke looked fabulous. I love her new little hairdo. I love her outfit. I thought she looked great. And she really knocked Bayley on her ass. I feel like Bayley sold that really well. And I'm excited for this because I've always loved the whole dynamic with Dana Brooke picking on somebody like Bayley. Bayley is your underdog, and Dana Brooke can be a really mean, cocky heel. So I'm excited to see this. So Gigi, how do you feel about the whole Dana and Bayley thing that's going on right now?
I like it a lot because they're just such different characters, even look-wise. Because like when she threw Bayley around last week, it was very like you could just like feel like it was like a bully, like a schoolyard bully type feel, and I like that for this part of the women's division. So I'm mostly here for it. I think like I'm not the biggest Dana Brooke fan, but it works. It really works. I feel like they're gonna get over well with this, and it's a good kind of like B feud next to Charlotte and Sasha.
Yeah, it's perfect for Bayley and Dana. They're both going to benefit off this feud. How do you feel about it, Eve?
I love Dana Brooke. Like, I've liked her since NXT, like, when she first started. Like, she's just, I don't know, it's just something about her. Like, she hasn't really got to, like, really be her own person yet, besides the flexing and, pat people on the head and then, playtime is over. Like, but I just love her. I just really am very invested in Dana Brooke. Like, I've been hearing she's supposedly going to get a big push soon or something. I hope it's true because I love her.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Dana Brooks for a very long time. I'm one of her advocates. I'm like her Paul Heyman on the Pipe Pop podcast. I just love her. She's my girl. And I'm just so happy that she's being treated well on the main roster. And I feel like she's in the position that she should be in. Hold on. But I'm super, super excited for Dana Brooke. All right, what else do we have on the agenda? Oh, now we could talk about the mixed tag match. I thought the mixed tag match was great. I love that they're putting the women in mixed tag matches, and they're actually putting the importance of the women's championship with the United States Championship and the World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, the Universal Championship, I'm sorry. And, these women are not being looked at as women, because, before it used to be like, oh, the Intercontinental Champion and the Heavyweight Champion teaming up together. Like, now that they're having the Women's Champion teaming up with the United States Champion to face off two heels, like they're challengers, I think it's really cool, and it really makes the playing fields even. So I like that. Girl, you would have thought that the Women's Championship was the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw, because everybody was talking about it. And I honestly feel like Sasha and Charlotte have a strong chance at main eventing Hell in a Cell, because there's a lot of buzz going around this match between the two of them. And I hope so. I hope that they do get that spot, because I know that's Charlotte's goal. That's her dream, just to at least the main event, at least one pay-per-view. And I hope to God they give it to her. And I would be so happy for my girl. But I felt like the mixed tag match was great. They all worked so well together. I feel like Roman Reigns in that spear that he did over Sasha Banks having Charlotte in the bank statement, and he literally flew right over them and caught Rusev really good. I thought the match was great. It was strong. It was a great finish. How did you feel about it, Eve?
I loved it, and like you said, it did really feel like Sasha was WWE, what is it, Universal? Yeah, Universal Champion on Raw. And, because she opened the show, didn't they have, segments backstage? I felt like the girls were the men that night. It was amazing.
It was great. What about you, Gigi?
I loved it because I really liked the promo that Roman and Sasha had before him. When she's like, I got this. I'm the boss. Handle yourself. I was like, yes. Just fucking Go. Yes. And then they just looked so fucking, that just looked like the hottest little mixed tag fucking thing ever. I'm like, okay, we need these championships on Raw now. Let's do it after one match. Yeah, I was so here for it. And like you said, like they worked so good together. Like when you said with the spear and the way that they like filmed it, it looks so good. I'm here for it. Sasha, what Charlotte and Rusev, it was okay. But the other side of the ring just had me just like gagged. I was like here for it.
But what I will say before we move on to SmackDown is that The Rock couldn't even get people to pop for Roman Reigns, and Sasha Banks did. Think about that. Let that sit in there. Sasha Banks really got that motherfucker the pop of his life. Did you see the smile on his face? Roman never got a pop like that in his life in WWE. And he got it with the boss. The boss gave it to him. So there you have it. That was Monday Night Raw. And the boss is going to be at her hometown in a Hell in a Cell match in Boston against Charlotte. This is big news. Big fucking news. It ain't just an extra jelly donut in the box, GG. This is amazing.
Hey, okay, don't you want to get to the point where Hell in a Cell match is like, okay, yeah, that's just another thing because the women's division is good. No, we don't. Okay, calm down.
What?
I know you had to go through years and years of bad wrestling. I had to go through, less years of bad wrestling. It's fine.
She's so cute, isn't she? So adorable. Now let's move on to SmackDown. We had Nikki Bella. She was on the pre-show, and she's being interviewed by Renee Young, who looks super, super cute as of late. I don't know who's dressed as Renee Young. I don't know. She got a little bad girl going on with her.
Dean.
Anyways, so she was interviewing Nikki Bella.
She said Dean. I'm done.
And after the interview... Yeah, it was after the interview. Nikki Bella starts to walk off, and Carmella just grabs her by the hand, just tosses her into, I don't know, a shelf or something, and clearly knocked her out, and then walks off. And Nikki Bella sold it great. She looked so beautiful laying down on the ground with that outfit. I thought that outfit was everything. But then Mella walks off, and I just been loving that Carmella's super, super scrappy, just straight up just beating up Nikki Bella any chance that she gets. So I think that's great for her character, that she's a trash talker. She's from Staten Island, and she'll jump you from behind. And I hope that they keep this for the Carmella character. I want her next feud, say if she feuds with Naomi, I want her to beat up Naomi. I want that for Carmella. I want it to be her thing because she's super, super good at it. How did you guys feel about her beating up Nikki Bella beforehand? How do you feel about it, Eve?
I liked it. I think it's because at first I wasn't expecting it, like when she turned heel and everything, because I know they had showed that, and Nikki was like, oh, I'm just so happy to be back, and blah blah blah, and then Carmella just like attacked her. And then also like one other thing that I really love about this feud too is that they did make it personal, and it made sense because Carmella was like, we were at SummerSlam, this was my first pay-per-view. Like, I was so happy. And then here comes, Miss Nikki Bella, the queen of reality TV. She wants to come through and steal my moment. She stole my shine. Like, my family was there. My fans were there. It was my hometown. That was supposed to be my moment. She just wanted, like, she feels like Nikki was trying to attack her. Like, yeah. I like that.
I like that.
Because normally it's just like, oh, I don't like her because, she's, she thinks she's all of that. And it's like, okay, well...
There's
That's not
purpose.
a real reason to not like her. Right, she has a purpose.
There's purpose behind dragging Nikki Bella.
Yes.
How do you feel about it, Gigi?
Well, I'm here for it because I ain't a Bella fan. Okay, now this is how she goes, oh! Ray pops up and beats Nikki. Like, I'm sorry, Eve. I thought you knew. I'm not here for either Bella twin ever. But
my God.
I just like how she randomly pops up and just beats her to like a little pope. But Nikki did look good when she was laying on the ground. She was very like they was about to do like a Vogue cover shoot. But yeah, I'm here for it. Like you said, I like that she's like the scrappy Staten Island girl, like jumpy from behind, and she don't feel bad about it. Like,
yeah. It's great. It's great for her character. They gotta keep it. Gotta keep it for her character. Like, Carmella is from the hard knock streets of Staten Island. She rolls with the boys. The whole cat fights at the club. Like, that's what I see Carmella. I just see Carmella with a bunch of juice heads and then her cussing a girl out when you're driving by downtown. Like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like, that's just how I see the Carmella character. And, with the overly tanned and the big hoop earrings with the hoodie and her straight hair, like, and the nails. Like, I'm here for it. And I just love that she attacks people from behind. It's perfect for her character. So then we can move on. Speaking of Carmella, she has a match with Naomi. I feel like this match was great. I thought it was a great match between the two of them. I feel like Naomi and Carmella worked better than Naomi and Alexa Bliss did. And then again, they put that match together in like 5 minutes probably because it was so short notice. But I feel like Carmella and Naomi worked super, super well together. I liked it. I thought it was great. And I liked when Nikki Bella came out and distracted Carmella. So it kind of saves Carmella so she wasn't like beat easily by Naomi. And then it gave Naomi a win that she needs as well. Naomi's on a roll right now. She beat Alexa Bliss on Sunday, and now she beat Carmella as well. So I think it's really good, and it worked out both for the women, and I think the booking was perfect. And I loved how Nikki Bella ended up chasing Carmella around, trying to get her hands on Carmella after what Carmella did. But Carmella once again escaped, and I love how Carmella ran into the crowd. So I love it that they're letting the women do stuff like that. It's super, super fun. So I'm here for it. How did you guys feel about the match and the Nikki Bella interruption? How do you feel about it, Eve?
Dude, Nikki was on Carmella like white on rice. Like, she was on her. Like, I was like, oh my God, Carmella, you better get out of there. But as far as Naomi, like I said, I cannot stress it enough. I am so happy she's getting this time. Feel the glow is getting over. She is winning. She wasn't eliminated right away in that match at the 6-pack challenge a couple months ago. Like, it's glow time, baby.
What about you, Gigi? Gigi.
Really good. I think with the little polka dots was really cute.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I thought the polka dots was super cute, and she said gives a little shout out to Dusty later on her Instagram. I thought that was cute. The match was good, and I liked how you said the booking was good, because usually with WWE they would fuck up something like this, one person would come out looking really weak, but like you said, Naomi got the win that she needed, and then Nikki just didn't look like a little punk girl that just got beat up and didn't come back for it, and then it was just funny to see Carmella haul ass into the audience.
Yeah. And one thing I will say, here's my little gripe. Bella Army, don't come for me, please. My thing is, I feel like Nikki Bella needs to show more of a reaction with Carmella. I understand that she's doing the whole babyface thing, but I love how Carmella is so vocal. And I feel like Nikki Bella feels like because she's a babyface, she shouldn't say much. But Nikki, raise your voice. Please talk. Please talk shit. Because I feel like she looks like the Terminator when she comes out after Carmella. I just want her to voice, come on, Nikki, just give me a little more. I want her to be a little more
Bella
pissed.
with a mic, that's what we really need.
Huh?
Yeah, we really need a Bella with a mic. That's what everyone wants.
What is your thing with Nikki Bella? Gigi, really, girl? You need to let it go.
I love the Bella twins.
You need to let it go.
See, I'm being nice because I know Eve is here. I'm not about to bash them. I'm not. Total Bella looks real nice.
Nikki is everything. I
love Nikki.
She is my she's my heart. Her and Sasha are my top two.
I'm holding in all my shade right now. I'm being really nice.
Hey, I'm with you, Eve. I like Nikki Bella. I've always liked Nikki Bella. She's always been... Gigi, you could throw as much shade as you want about Nikki Bella, but she will always interest you. I don't care what you say. There's an interest for Nikki Bella when it comes to you. She might not be your favorite, but you're interested in her. You buy her stock, okay? So...
I'm a rock. Find one Bella thing in my house, you won't be searching. No.
Okay.
She came out when I went to this live event, and I was real quiet, and the kids behind me were just losing it. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. That is just so cute. Then Becky came out, and I made my noise. No, thank you.
I respect Nikki Bella. So let's move on. It's been announced that Alexa Bliss will indeed have her Women's Championship match against Becky Lynch on November the 8th in Glasgow, which I give props to WWE. I'm glad that Becky's going to have a speedy recovery, and she's going to be back shortly next month, and she's going to defend her belt against Alexa Bliss, who's rightfully deserved this match. And I've really been anticipating this match for a long time. I love the chemistry between Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, so I'm super excited for this match. How do you feel about it, Eve?
I'm really excited because I was really bummed that Becky got injured, because at first I thought they were going to strip her, and I was like, please God, don't let that happen, because she's the only horsewoman to not have held a title. Then she was the first one, and then to have to drop it, I was like, that'd be just such a letdown. Yeah, but I'm glad she's fine and she's getting that taken care of, and that she's going to be back soon. And also, I really hope that her and Alexa really bring it, because I want them to be up there on SmackDown too.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Gigi?
I'm here for it because I just love how Alexa's doing now. I love her whole new little look and everything. And then, like Eve said, I was so scared when Becky got injured. I'm like, Lord, she got Finn Balor disease. You win a championship and then you just lose it. But no, it's going to be together. I think it's going to be a really good match because they work well together. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Then, speaking of Alexa Bliss, she has another match next week, and she's going to be going up against the likes of Naomi, after talking a lot of junk about Naomi on SmackDown after she was scoping out the competition backstage. So she got interviewed, and then Daniel Bryan comes back. Then he asks Alexa Bliss if she thinks that, because she said something that she could beat Naomi any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So they set it up again for next week for Naomi and Alexa Bliss. So I'm really excited to see this next week because it's going to give them time to actually put a match together, and it's not going to be so rushed. So I'm excited to see a proper Alexa Bliss versus Naomi match. What about you, Eve?
Yeah, I'm excited because they're definitely getting some tension because, like I said, Naomi is building up a lot of momentum and she's like on a roll as of late, and then Alexa's like, girl, like, you're not about to steal my spotlight, like, I'm the one that's going after the title. But I really hate for Alexa's momentum to be killed or anything, but I'm really hoping Naomi beats her next week. Like, I really hope she does. I want Naomi to just, like, go. Just keep going, girl. Keep going.
I think Natty's going to come out and mess it up next week. That's my prediction. What about you, Gigi?
Oh, yeah. Where is Natty?
That's why. I think they're holding Natty
with
off.
Two paws?
They're making... they're trying to make us forget about
where is Natty?
How do you feel about it, Gigi?
Well, a lot of people didn't like their first match. I thought it was fine, but they still can improve upon that. I think this is going to be just their chance to show that we can work well together.
Yeah.
And I'm not, like, stupid for it, but yeah, it's going to be a good match. I'm not thinking it's going to be bad. And like Eve said, I want Naomi to win. If it got to be under sketchy circumstances with Natty running in with a kitty cat, I'm fine with it.
The cat lady. Yeah, so it should be good. It should be a good match. I think these two women are going to put on a great match. I feel like it was just last minute. That's why they got all that backlash. Like, they didn't get backlash. Like, oh my god, it was awful, because it was not awful. I just feel like these two women needed some time to... Because these two really have distinctive movesets and really out-of-the-box movesets. Like, stuff that you don't see anybody else do. And that's why they get the comparison between the two of them. So I feel like having the proper sit down and actually talking about a match with an agent and coming up with something, I feel like these two women are going to put on a great show. So I'm super, super excited for this match. But also another match that's been announced, well, the invitation has been offered to Monday Night Raw for Survivor Series. Raw announced that SmackDown announced that they want to challenge the Raw women to face the SmackDown women. So I'm really excited for this.
Wait, whoa.
You didn't
that they challenged for the women to face the women?
Yeah.
No, I missed that.
You missed it. I guess you did. Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon.
Oh my god, I thought it was about the guys. Like, they never do stuff like that. Oh my god. I'm bald right now. Like, for real, you're not playing with me.
I'm dead ass, bitch.
Oh my god,
You better get
I'm
your
bald.
life. So, think about it.
I've been scalped.
All I know, and I'm not going to name all the 10 women I want in the match, but all I can just see right now is I would love to see Naomi and Nia Jax go at it. I would love to see that. I would also like to see Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I want to see Nia Jax and Nikki Bella. It's just going to be great. So I'm excited for it. Who are you guys excited to see mix it up a bit? What about you, Eve? Because there's only 5 women.
I'm trying to think. You said it's a 5-on-5?
5-on-5. So you could pick 5 from Raw, 5 from SmackDown. So if you were to pick the 2 that you would like to see go at it from each show, who would it be? Because it's a possibility.
I would like to see... You know what? I would want something like... I want to see Nia and Alexa. Because it's the big and the small. Small but fierce and large and in charge. And they're best friends. They have chemistry.
Yeah, they work super well together. Like, I love their match together in NXT with Carmella. I thought that was a great match with the 3 of them. What about you, Gigi?
I like to see what, Becky and Sasha, the PCB thing again, or Charlotte, switch out either one. And then, like Eve said, see little Alexa Bliss trying to take down big old Nia Jax.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's definitely something that's going to happen. And I can't wait to see how they're going to recruit Nia Jax to be on the team on Monday Night Raw. I think that's going to be really interesting to see how they recruit Nia Jax. Because Nia Jax right now is kind of like the lone wolf in the women's division on Raw. So I'm excited to see how that's going to happen.
Oh my god. So what if they started, because you know how with, since they have the feud between Brock and Randy, what if, girls on SmackDown started popping up on Raw or vice versa?
I don't know.
I think that'd be dope.
That would be good. Like, just imagine Carmella. Like you said, you love how she attacks people. Charlotte's coming out, oh, I'm queen. And then Carmella's like, girl, please, I'm the princess. Okay, I just beat your ass. Like, Smackdown is where it's at. We're going to win, okay?
I'm not a fan.
I want some gangbanging stuff, yep.
Me too.
Yeah, it is what it is. There's a lot of possibilities. Well, now we can move on to some news and rumors and what's going on outside of WWE. Eva Marie, as we all know, has dyed her hair black, and everybody was wondering why Eva Marie dyed her hair black for a movie role. Now she just started filming earlier this week, and she's starring in the movie with Nicolas Cage. She's one of the top five stars of the show, of the movie, I should say. And I gotta give a kudos to Danny Garcia, The Rock's ex-wife, she's Eva Marie's entertainment manager, and she really got Eva Marie her foot into the fucking door. I'm surprised that WWE actually allowed her to do this movie, because it's not a WWE film. So it's super cool for Eva Marie, and this is a big opportunity for her. It's a big opportunity for the women in WWE, because she's going to really put them on the map. And the director of the movie spoke highly of Eva Marie, and he said that he picked her because she just nailed her role. So I'm excited to see what her role is. And
yes, go Eva.
Yes, good for her. And I've always been an advocate for Eva Marie. I love the girl. And I read a little bit about what the movie's about. I think it's called Inception or something like that. I might be botching the name. I'm sorry, guys. But it's something about a woman whose sister died or some shit. It's a thriller. It's like a thriller suspense drama. Yeah, it's some deep shit. So I'm excited for it. And Eva Marie looks great. They had her with no makeup. If you guys go to her Instagram, you can see her quick little interview where she talks about the script and she's sitting down with the cast doing press. So I'm excited for Eva Marie. This is big news for her. What do you guys got to say about it? Gigi, have anything to say about Miss Eva? I know you love your girl.
I do. She's just killing it right now. She got the Eva Marie website for all the clothes. She's doing her little
Did you guys purchase anything from her store yet?
Oh no, I'm waiting because she's about to. Because it's cold out here in Vegas, so I'm not about to buy a crop top just to say I'm supporting Eva Marie. She's dropping some sweaters, and when the sweaters drop, I'm gonna be there.
I definitely want to get something too.
I want to get her shades. I think the shades are nice. And I noticed, because, you know me, I want to go see, I like to support, I want all of our female athletes to do well from WWE. Like, I support Kelly on Wags, even though you guys don't, but I do.
That's good.
I watch Wags.
I love Wags.
I support Kelly. I love how she talks about WWE too and how it helps her with her career now.
I love
that. She'd be forever shouting us out.
That's the only part of her career. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, God, Gigi. You know what? She shows her love for WWE. She doesn't degrade them at all. She doesn't act like they were a stepping stool. She always gives them praise. She talks about it all the time. She's always referencing clotheslining bitches and drop kicking them on the show. I love it. And she, it's good to see that she knows where she came from. She knows how she got on this fucking show. Wags. So I'm all here for Kelly. I support her. We'll move on to
back to someone relevant.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to another reality show.
Happy.
Total Bellas debuted last week, and today they're going to have an episode. I watched a little bit of the episode, and John Cena was being a total dick, and I didn't know that Brie Bella's, afraid to speak to Cena, because she's, intimidated by him or whatever, and Nikki Bella was just a total bitch about, them being at her home and how Cena likes things and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Cena better be just doing this for the TV show, because if he's really like this, me and him would not get along if I was a Bella brother, because I would have put him together a long time. I was like, you know what, I don't need to be here. And I'm so surprised that Daniel Bryan's putting up with the nonsense. But how do you feel about this whole thing, Eve, and Total Bellas?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, the name cut out. Sorry. Honestly, John was doing.
Yeah,
too
you're the
much.
Bella fan.
Okay, I love Total Bellas. John was doing too much. I really hope, like you said, that was for TV and that he's really not like that. But I mean, I'm not necessarily mad at Nikki because I mean, she signed a contract and she's there with her man, so she's gotta, it's his house, so she's got to go with what he said. But Brie was, asking for trouble. She's like, oh, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. I was like, okay. And then when they come out and snatch you ball, don't say nothing. So.
What about you, Gigi?
I only seen, two things of it. One was, he got bit by, the dog or something, and he wanted to get asshole and say, oh, let's call animal control. I would have been okay, come on, Josie, we about to go back to Sedona. Bye. I would have been out there.
I would have been super offended.
There was, the one when there's...
I would have been super offended when he said call animal control.
I know you... And I'm like, it's a little, French bulldog. It wasn't it was a Rottweiler, and you've been in, wrestling rings. They could have...
Not only, like, that fucking dog is your sister-in-law's dog. You know what I mean? That dog belongs to you. It's not a stray dog. It's your sister-in-law's dog. So what makes you think she has a dirty mutt running around? Like, I've seen a girl bye. I was over it. But I want to give a big...
And then I was...
Oh, go ahead. No, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I was over him sitting at the table, and he's like, we will have a formal dinner every Wednesday, and I'm sitting here like, boy, if I might just got off the road wrestling, and you want me to dress up to have this bougie food, and then I tell, what's his name with the messed up neck or voice, what's his name, John Laurinaitis, he was sitting there just slipping, like, oh, we about to leave, looking at the wife and stuff. I was like, John, you doing too much. I'm sitting there like, they're wearing a suit, Daniel Bryan got a suit on to eat. I'm like, y'all, it ain't that deep. Order some In-N-Out, order some Postmates, sit around the house and just be a happy family. Like, they're trying to be like downtown. I'm like, what is this? Like, no.
But I like how Brie Bella shades it all day. Like, she's just so over it. She's not here for it. It makes for good TV. So I see what Cena's doing, and Cena's very smart. He's just keeping the ball rolling. They need a plot for the show. So, whatever, girl. Whatever floats the boat. Whatever keeps the ratings up, go for it. But Cena, girl, bye.
Now I'll watch if Brie starts getting like real petty, like she start eating on the couch, eating like ribs or something. That'd be me. I'm like, oh, I didn't know we can't eat here on the white couch barbecue. My bad. That would have been real petty by now.
I would have all pigs and all kinds of things in the backyard. But I want to give a shout out, a big shout out to Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. They announced their pregnancy this week, so congratulations to Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan. I think she's like 9 weeks pregnant now, so it's a great. This is what I wanted.
I'm so happy for Brie. She wanted to be a mom so bad.
Great. Good for her. She had a great career. She hanged up her boots. She married somebody as great as Daniel Bryan. And now she's having her baby. Her sister's on top of the world, living her dream. You know, the Bellas are just fucking winning right now. And that's why people like Gigi are very mad.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to calm down. No.
Hey, they're winning. And
okay, wait. I really want to understand this. Gigi, why? You can just tell me straight up. Why do you despise the Bella Twins? Just explain.
Okay, it's not despise. It's just I don't get the amount of admiration that they get because I was here when they debuted and they were wearing those like flowers in their hair and they couldn't wrestle and they can now, but I can't forget that.
You gotta start somewhere.
I wish you died in the womb. And the Bellas when they was talking about, oh yeah, she wrecked my car, like. They had such an opportunity with that storyline and their acting was just so bad. So it's not that I'm like, oh, I hate them. I just don't get the amount of admiration that they get. Now I can see it a little bit more with Nikki because she is becoming a good wrestler. The promo is the promo, but I don't get them out like, yes, they're the best divas ever when like Charlotte and like Sasha are running around. Like this, I think it's the more of the Bella Army and then the Bella Army is with the Bellas. So
no, Gigi. The thing is like, we, like, sorry, I like Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Eve loves Sasha Banks. We still like the Bellas. I'm not going to say that they're awful and terrible. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Brie Bella needs some work when it came to her mic skills and stuff like that. Absolutely. I'll never go back to that because Brie needed the work. But Nikki Bella is not as bad as her sister. And I feel like you bundled them up into one little thing of, I feel like they had one little thing that you didn't like the whole died in the womb thing. They didn't write that shit. That's WWE writing this shit. And I guess the deliverance wasn't as great. Yeah, the delivery wasn't great. Like, you weren't here for it. But I mean, like, to say that you hate them for that and blah blah blah, like that's
I don't. It's just that I don't like. I'm just neutral. Like I don't understand the amount. Like I can understand little kids liking them because they're very friendly and beautiful girls. But this amount of like teenage.
But you can't understand grown men liking them.
Like no.
You don't understand grown men and grown adults liking them. That you don't understand?
I really don't. Especially if you were here when they were like in ECW and the early on Smackdown. Like Eve seems like a rational person. And I can see why you like them because they are good girls and they really like made an empire off of WWE.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why.
But the crazy ass ones, no. Like the person we had here previously, no.
Yeah, the people who like who can't be rational, like I love Sasha Banks and I love Nikki Bella, but I know like no shade to Nikki because she is great, but I know she will never be a Sasha Banks because she never got that opportunity to train in NXT and what it is now. Because I feel like if the Bella Twins had been branded NXT, they'd be like, holy shit right now.
You know what? The Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, they don't need to be Sasha Banks. Like, not saying that you guys are comparing them, but they went a different lane. These girls are on a mainstream lane. That's what they are. Like, okay, I was watching it with my guy the other day, and he was like, he saw Sasha Banks on TV, because he doesn't watch wrestling at all. So he saw Sasha Banks and he saw Charlotte, and he's like, oh my god, I fucking hate that girl Charlotte. I don't know why you like her. She's such a fucking bitch. Blah, 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 blah. lot. And I like to pick the minds of people who don't watch wrestling because I like to see what are their opinions. Who do they like? So he's like, I like Sasha. Why isn't she on Total Divas? That's what his first thing was. Why isn't she on Total Divas? And I was like, because she don't want to be on Total Divas. He's like, why not? She'll be super famous like Nikki Bella. I was like, oh, you know Nikki Bella? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I know who Nikki Bella is. Mind you, we're watching Monday Night Raw. And he never watched Smackdown a day in his life, but he knew who Nikki Bella was. And I was like, oh, you know, he's like, yeah, the twin, she's so pretty, she's this, she's that. And I was like, see, this is why I like a Nikki Bella and a Brie Bella. They're very smart. They went over, they try to be mainstream and try to like bring, and that's another thing with these girls. They want to elevate the division. They want as much exposure as they can have on the women's wrestling that they can get. And I love that about them. It shows their passion and how much they give for this business. Like Nikki Bella gave her fucking neck for this business. Lita did the same fucking shit. And people still don't give Nikki Bella her props. And I feel like people who do that are the people who are stuck in the whole Bella booty dance and the twin magic and the flower in their hair, like Gigi kept mentioning over and over.
Hey, again. The booty shake and twin magic is still lit as fuck, okay?
I live for twin magic, but you know, like they're more than that. That's my point. They're way more than twin magic and a booty shake and the flower in the hair. And I feel like the whole thing, like I say that the talking point is very important in WWE and building a character is super, super important. But the Bella twins were a built-in gimmick from the start. They're fucking twins. So their gimmick was built in from the day they were fucking born. And I feel like that's another reason why people don't give them their props. Oh, it's because they're twins and they're beautiful. I'm not here for it. These girls are athletic. These girls can go there and go. These girls are not afraid of bumping. And then again, there are those fans that are just so biased and they love the fucking Bella twins. Like somebody, when I got into it with a bunch of people about the whole Sasha Banks and Charlotte having a match once again, and I was like, this is the best feud we've had in years. And people were like, no, it's not. How dare you? You forgot about the whole Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. And I was like, that was not a feud. That was a program for SummerSlam. Okay? That was 3 months, and then they had a match, and that was it. That was no fucking feud.
That like feud was good though.
It was amazing. It was a great program for
SummerSlam. It was great for Stephanie though.
Yeah, like it wasn't a feud. To me, it wasn't a female feud with the WWE Women's Championship on the line. That it's so serious right now. Like it's all about the belt. It's about the wrestling. No, it was a personal feud about Daniel Bryan, who his wife got involved for Stephanie McMahon. It was a Stephanie McMahon storyline that Brie Bella got inserted into. It wasn't a big rivalry. That's where the difference gets mixed up. But no shade to Brie Bella. That was her career highlight. Like, she slayed that whole thing down. And I was so glad that she was far away from the whole Kane and Daniel Bryan BS. Because that was just a mess. But then again, like, these women have done a lot in the WWE. And I feel like people just shit on them all day because they're pretty and they came from the Diva Search. And I think they're the last women in the WWE from the Diva Search that's around.
No, it wasn't Eve, no. It might be Eve.
Eve Torres?
It might be Eve Torres that's the last one, because wasn't like...
No, the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins are still there, Gigi. What are you talking about?
Wait, I'm confused. What are we talking about?
The Bella Twins were a part of the Diva Search. That's how they got discovered.
Oh, like no, who was the last one to win it?
Yeah.
I said that they're the last...
No, Eva. Because Eva won one that was like untelevised.
Oh, I don't count that. They like to say that's a Diva Search, but I feel like that was just looking for people for Total Divas.
Yeah, but like the last official one was, I believe, Eve won that one. Yeah,
Eve did win the last official one, but I'm saying that the Bella Twins are the last of the Total Diva bunch.
To still be there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's part of the hate with all the marks, the guys that, macho, Randy Orton should have 3 matches a night. Like, that kind of bullshit. Like, Randy Orton needs to figure it out. I am not here for Randy Orton. Period. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not here for him.
I mean, I just don't watch the guys at all. Like, it's just hard for me to watch them. Like,
oh, damn.
Gigi,
because they get, like, so much time.
Oh, no, I understand.
Gigi, before we move on to our next topic real quick, how do you feel about Dean Ambrose and the crowd churning on him? The fans are starting to churn on Dean Ambrose.
Because, like, I don't...
You don't feel anything?
I just think it's because, like, because with John Cena has this built-in fan base that's been around for, like, 12 years, and AJ Styles, he's, like, new, fresh, he's hilarious, he's really good, and then with Dean, he's just, like, there, because I'll admit, because, like, with this feud, like, if you were to remove him, like, it wouldn't be much of a difference. I think they just threw him in here because he won the championship, and it's like, okay, we like this guy, he's good, he hasn't been injured per grown. Like, he's from the Shield. People like him. His t-shirt sales are decent. So I just feel like, I don't think the crowd's turning on him, but mostly, like, it's like, we don't need you. Like, I would really prefer for him to be, like doing an Intercontinental title with, like, Dolph or something. Because really, it's just, I'm looking sitting here, like, it's all this wasted potential. And I haven't, like, watched really any, like, promos or anything. I've seen that he did something where, like, he was, like, the ref or something. I think that's very hilarious. Like, use him. Like, just don't put him there for the sake of saying, okay, we need to put Dean Ambrose in the feud. Like, no.
I don't know if I agree with the whole Cena comparison, because Cena's been booed for years, and Dean Ambrose has been cheered over him. So I found it weird for him to start getting booed now. But I feel like ever since the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast that he's been exposed from the things I've been saying for a long time. I feel like Stone Cold put him on the spot, and then they had Cena do it again a couple of weeks ago. And I feel like that's really I feel like it wasn't good for the Dean Ambrose character for them to do something like that. But then again, I personally liked it because I feel like Dean needs a change. I feel like he desperately needs a change, and
he does.
And I feel like the fans are kind of getting bored with him. I'm sorry.
So is he getting? Is it like a boo? Like, we don't want, or is it like?
It's like, all right. They love.
I haven't watched.
I'll tell you. They love AJ.
Since like he came out of Vegas.
You know, everybody loves AJ Styles, right? You know, because, you know, it's AJ fucking Styles. And then, you know, Cena has the kids. The kids love Cena.
Yeah.
So, you know, when he came out, when they were, like, everybody was coming out, whatever, to do a little program in the morning. I mean, in the beginning of the show or whatever. He got booed. Like, he came out and the fans were just booing him and booing him. They booed him at the pay-per-view. So, they're not really here for him. Aww. And they booed Cena as well. But I feel like this is good for Dean. I feel like him being on SmackDown, and you know how, like, you guys were talking earlier, like, SmackDown takes chances with guys. Like, Eve, you were saying that earlier. They take chances with these guys. And I feel like Dean desperately needs a heel turn. It's either got to be him or Roman. One of them got to make that switch. And I feel like right now I'm leaning towards Dean. Dean wants to be a heel. I know he does. And
I can feel it.
And then them to have him in that, like Gigi, my problem with him, like, I don't hate Dean as a man because I don't know him as a man. I don't like his character. I don't like his character at all because they try to pin him off as the lunatic fringe, but he doesn't do anything that a lunatic would do. Like, he's a jokester. He's a clown to me. Like, the stuff that he was doing, like taking pictures with random bitches.
I don't want to say because it's PG, but I feel like that's because, like, mostly, like, they can't have him doing, like, stupid shit.
But they have Bray Wyatt do, like, crazy things and kidnap people and talk.
Oh, he kidnapping people
and killing. Yeah, well, Randy Orton. Well, he tried to kidnap Randy Orton, and Randy Orton tricked them, and then he ended up locking himself in a room.
How the hell are you going to kidnap Randy Orton, big ass? Okay, go on. Yes.
He tried to lure Randy Orton into a.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, he tried to lure him into, like, a fucking. It looked like a storage room.
Like, under a box, and then, like, Randy started walking to the box, but he's like, nope, that doesn't look great to walk away.
Literally, it was the box, girl. Like, you're not far behind. It was the box with a big ass door. Like, no bullshit. But anyway, you know, that's Dean. I wish Dean the best. He needs to work. He needs to go down to NXT and just practice on his hits. I know people can be like, oh, James is so fucking shady. He just hates Dean. No. He needs to work on his strikes and his moveset and his facial expressions in the ring because he just looks...
I think all of that is a perfect package of greatness.
But your boy Dolph Ziggler, how do you feel about him winning the championship? I know I had to
I almost cried through Twitter because it popped up on Twitter. I just screamed. I was like, yes. I was about to buy the network just so I can, like, the network subscriptions went up when he won. I just wanted to be correlated with greatness. He looked so good with the title and the pink pants. Jesus. Oh, it's about to be a rebirth in here. I don't know if he leaving, if he staying. I do not care. It's a very good moment right now. He looks beautiful. I'm here for it.
It's great.
I was so happy for him because I was going to be so bummed if he left.
Yeah, you know, it was a great match. I feel like they should have main evented the show. Like, Ziggler just performed his ass off in this match. It was a great match. Him and The Miz works. You know, they're like best friends, and they gave us a great match. And with Maurice involved, everything. It was just great. I'm just happy for Ziggler. I'm happy that he finally has something going. I feel like SmackDown is the best home for him, and I feel like them bringing him to SmackDown, the plan was for him to revive that Intercontinental Championship. And I feel like Ziggler's going to do a great job, especially how they had him win the belt and made it important again. So kudos to SmackDown. I fucking love it. But now we can talk about the Total Divas trailer that dropped that slayed my fucking life. So, my thing is, the girl who caught my eye in that whole little promo is like 30 seconds. If you guys haven't seen it, search the interwebs, you'll find it. Naomi killed that fucking promo.
Yeah.
She slayed my life in that. She looked amazing. All the girls looked great. Even Renee. I saw Renee for 3 seconds where her little hair blowing in the wind. I was like, okay, girl. There you go. But I love it. But Naomi looked amazing. What about you, Eve? How do you feel about the promo? And I love the song.
Total Divas has just always been my life. Like, after watching Total Divas, that's when I knew, like, I was like, okay, this is something I really want to pursue in life. Like, I just love Total Divas.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Gigi?
I have yet to see this. This is like the one where just like them in like really hot outfits and like the air is hitting them and shit. Or is it actual like clips from the show?
Yeah, it's the what you just described.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Renee. Looked great. Eve, yes. Naomi, yes. The Bella Twins probably wore a matching outfit, yes.
No, they didn't.
Oh, and then that man is Mandy on the show. The girl.
No, not anymore.
It's Lana and
Marie. Okay, that's great. Oh yeah, Lana. Lana probably looked amazing. She probably had some Bellamy extensions. And yes, girl. I just predicted how the thing's gonna go. There we go.
All the girls looked amazing. The only girl that was missing was Paige.
Yeah.
So
I wonder why.
Natty was there. Natty looked great. But speaking of Paige, Paige is once again suspended because she took unidentified painkiller from the UK. I guess when she went home to go visit her nephews and stuff like that. She was feeling Paige is going through an injury right now. She was feeling some pain, so she popped what was it, like a muscle killer, a muscle relaxer or something that's not that WWE doesn't test for. It was foreign to WWE, so WWE suspended her again. They randomly tested the poor girl again. Oh my god, poor Paige. So Paige is going through it right now. She's going through it, and I'm just sick. I saw a lot of people just calling her a druggie, a drug addict, and all this craziness. And I'm just like, if it was any other man in WWE, like there's been countless men in WWE. I'm not saying that Paige has a drug problem, but there's been countless men in WWE who's had drug problems, and WWE's forgiven them countless times, like Xbox, for God's sake. And for Paige, for the fans to just tear Paige apart for something like this, it's mainly like, the other fangirls of somebody else just coming in to tear her apart. I just feel like it's really shitty of them, and I feel like she's almost getting bullied on the internet, and I feel like it's rude. And then with her relationship with Del Rio, I feel like people are just so hard on her. So I wish Paige a speedy recovery. I know she's in pain, and none of us, we don't even know what kind of pain she's in. We don't wrestle. We don't take bumps. We don't have neck injuries, shoulder injuries, back injuries. We don't know how that shit fucking feels. So she might have been overseas. She was probably at her mom's house, and her mom and her dad are all wrestlers, and they're probably like, "Here, take this. You'll feel better in the morning." So we don't know what the fuck happened. So what are your thoughts on the whole Paige thing, Eve?
I'm just like, I really feel for Paige because it's just crazy, like how, like, show business in general, like, 1 minute you're like highly favored, you're getting, like you said, all these extra perks and forgiveness and everything, and then it's like when they don't feel a certain way towards you, then it's like, who are you? Like, and like you said too, and then the fans, like a lot of people turning on her when like they used to be the same people who were like pushing and marking for her so hard. It's like crazy. I just really hope she can like just push through all this negativity and all this hate and just come back and just do what she does, which is wrestling. Like, that's what I really hope for her.
Me too. What about you, Gigi?
I do feel bad for her too, but I feel like WWE, they need to have some type of more clear drug policy, because I feel like this keeps happening with people, because if I don't know if it's the excuse, because like with Eve, she's like, Eva, she's like, oh, I didn't know that this was a drug I couldn't take, and the same thing happened with Paige. It's like twice or whatever. So I'm sitting here like, maybe WWE needs to review their drug policy and have a clear thing of what you can and cannot take.
No,
because Paige is super talented.
It's very clear what the whole thing is. The whole thing that happened the first time is that they didn't get in there in time to be tested. That's why they got suspended. I think that was the story. That's what Paige put out the last time, and Eve said Eva had a similar story, that they didn't get there in time, and WWE is really strict. Like, if you're not here on time, you're suspended. Period. So this time they actually tested Paige, and she came. Something foreign came up that they were like, "What the hell is this?" So they and then she, she obviously explained. She showed them her prescription, and they were like, "Well, we don't allow this," and blah 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 blah. So sorry. They have to. It's mandatory. Like, if you don't pass it, if there's something, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're suspended. So Paige, she made another poor choice. And it is, when you're in pain, like I said earlier, we don't know how it is. You don't know how it is when I'm like, if I have a fucking, like, I don't know, say I bang my knee and I'm in pain all night. Oh shit. If somebody's like, take this, you'll feel better. Bitch, give me 2. You know what I mean? So, who knows? Who knows? So, I'm just tired of people speculating. Everybody's the judge and the jury on social media.
I know, I need the fans to calm down.
It's
Because I'm sitting here like, oh, y'all love when Brock and Randy go against each other, but mind you, Brock then messed and he got been gone by now, but he's not. So I'm gonna need the people to calm the hell down. And the Dick and Paige is a drug addict when she's a functional person who is just dating an older guy that y'all had a crush on. So y'all mad and y'all just upset that she got all this success. And when she comes back, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a beautiful thing because she's gonna roast the hell out of WWE Universe if she comes back as a heel. Because I would.
She's gonna come back. People are thinking that WWE is gonna fire her and blah 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 blah. And I was like, listen,
they can. She's money.
Exactly, she's super super popular. And at this point, if Paige is not with WWE by next year, it's her choice. Okay, I feel like if Paige is no longer with WWE, I feel like it's going to be her choice and her decision. I don't think it's going to be WWE letting her go because WWE knows that she's profitable and they ain't
she's
fucking
so talented and so young. Like I really would hate for her to if I ever see something where it says WWE has released Paige, my heart would literally sink.
Mine too. I like Paige. I feel she's one of the girls who actually love the business. They love the business. They love to wrestle. They give us great matches. And the people are like, oh, she started to suck towards the end before
right, like where did they get that from? Because I've never seen Paige put on a sloppy match. I'm really lost.
I'm so lost. And they were saying that she's getting fat, she's gaining weight. I'm like, where?
The only thing I have with her is that you could hear her calling for spots, but you can't have perfection.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about
not everyone can be a Sasha.
I don't know, man. Paige, we wish you a speedy recovery here. No shade here at all. Like, this is some serious shit. The girl's in pain. Like, come on. I'm over it.
Right. And if she's dating, I don't care if Paige is dating freaking Hugh Hefner. If that's who she likes, then so the fuck what? Let her be happy. Like her date. If she's dating another woman, how is that affecting you? Like, I hate when people get so invested in other people's lives and who they're with or what their hobbies are that they feel the need to comment on it and bash somebody for it. If that's who she wants to be with, then that's who she's gonna be with.
Amen.
Hey, when you lonely and you see someone with someone else and they just look so happy, things happen.
That's true.
When you're like 14 on the internet and you ain't got no homework to do that night.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's so true. You know what? Paige ain't worried about you guys because you guys ain't the ones holding her at night. So let it go. And stop hating on her and go find yourself your own fucking man. But now, do you guys watch TNA?
A little bit.
There's someone trying to delete something. There's like a meth Rollins running around.
So the whole
what? Okay, wait.
There's some lady named
that. Please explain. You lost me. You lost me.
There's a Meth Rollins trying to delete Dixie Carter or Jeff Hardy. There's are there even still women there? Last match I saw was outside, so like it was the deletion match. So can they not afford arenas?
Okay, all right. So did they?
Oh my god! Did you really just say all of that?
So we had Delete, what is it? The Delete family or whatever, the Hardy Boys and Rebby versus
Delete versus Decay or something.
Yeah, so that's been going on right now. It's been pretty good. Like,
so they naming what's going on with TNA. It's deleting and decaying. That's okay.
Oh, it's Delete or Decay. Delete or Decay.
Oof. GG, you a hot girl. You a hot. But, they had a great little match at Brown for Glory. Whatever. Cute. I don't really want to get into all of that. But what I will
Down for bankruptcy.
What I will say is that Rosemary and Rebby did the damn thing. I got to give it to them. I was thoroughly entertained. And
they got someone named Rosemary?
Yeah, some zombie girl.
I'm going to be quiet. Just go on. Okay. Does
she
season chicken?
She put Rebby through a table, so that's why I give it to her, and it was nice, it's very effective, and it worked right. I love Rebby. The Delete had a great entrance where Rebby playing the piano, and then Jeff Hardy was singing a song or whatever. It was different. And that's what TNA needs.
Oh my god!
Listen, TNA needs to separate themselves, and the Hardy Boys are doing that, and they're doing a great job. So I'm not gonna sit here and shade them because I feel like it's working for TNA. It's something they got even WWE fans chanting delete on Monday Night Raw. So you got to give it to them. They're doing a good thing. But anyways. Moving on to the women's division, Brandy Rhodes debuted, and she got into it with Maria after Maria lost her fucking belt. Now, bitch, I am so sorry, guys. I'm so over it in fucking TNA. They just fucking put that belt on, what's her face, Allie. No, they put it on Sienna. Like, I blinked, Sienna was champion. Then I blinked again, Allie was champion. Then I took a shit and came back, Maria was champion. And then I went out for lunch, and now Gail Kim is champion again. Again. So, they had a match at
I'm champion now.
Oh, are you, Eve? Well, congratulations.
Yeah, did you miss it?
I missed it, bitch. I must have blinked.
Eve, you show us on the TNA.
Oh, Gigi's champion now. Gigi, what the hell did you win the belt?
Yeah, like just now.
You ain't gonna find me in TNA and Delete or DK. No.
So, anyways, like, it's just ridiculous to me. I feel like Gail Kim, put her in the Hall of Fame. Great. They had Karma come out. They had Taryn Terrell with her pregnant belly come out. They had another chick there. I'm not remembering who it is. Christy Hemme, maybe? They were there, they came out, they talked about Gail Kim, whatever, and they inducted Gail Kim into the Hall of Fame. Ask me who else is in the Hall of Fame, I have no idea. All I know is that Gail Kim is the first woman in the Hall of Fame, and then she has her match, and she ends up beating Maria. And I'm just like, ugh, what was the fucking point of putting the belt on Maria to begin with? Just to have this stupid match? The match was god-awful. It was terrible. As much as a great character Maria is on TV, she's just as bad as a wrestler. Just as good as she is on the mic.
Is she really?
She's
I didn't get to see the match.
Terrible.
Is it
Don't
still
even watch
WWE
it.
level, or has she upgraded?
Worse. And she wrestled with a broken arm. Okay? Catch that. A broken arm. And she's...
What kind of $2 promotion is this?
Listen, I love Maria. Trust me. I love Maria. I think she's a great character. I think she's a beautiful woman. And I love her on the mic. I love her speaking tone. She can shade. She can put you together. She has those evil bitch eyes that just work for TV. It just fucking works. But her in the ring wrestling does not... Oh, man. That's okay. Her in the ring wrestling just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So TNA, stop trying to push it. So anyways, we get down. We have Cody. Cody Rhodes debuts. He gets into it with Maria and her man in the ring because her man lost the match or whatever. And he's just running his mouth. And Maria lost her match too. So Cody Rhodes and Brandi Rhodes come out. Cool. All excited to see them. Brandi Rhodes kind of looks corny in her attire. I don't like it at all. Her hair looks a little dry. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. And I just didn't like her attire. I didn't like the white on Brandi Rhodes. But, you know, she comes out.
I'm gonna need you to stop coming for my twin, though.
No, listen, I love Brandi.
I seen this outfit that he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't like that outfit.
She's looking very Hannah Montana.
Yeah, it's not cute. It's not flattering. She's a beautiful girl. Are you kidding me, Eve? She's fucking flawless. And her hair look a little dry. I'm sorry. Like,
it's that TNA budget. They didn't have no coconut oil for her to put in her hair before she went out. It's fine.
You better...
You do what you can with what you got.
Gigi's telling you the God honest truth because there's an interview with Victoria talking about how cheap TNA is with their talent and how they treat them. Talking about that they had chicken pot pies for fucking lunch. She's like, how are you going to feed athletes chicken pot pies? Victoria went in.
You are lying. You're lying.
Bitch, I'm going to send you the link.
She was mad as hell probably.
Oh my God.
I got you.
You come from WWE and they got all these good chefs cooking for you.
That's what she said.
She said cuisines, and then you got to come and get a hot pot from Marie Callen.
She said, first of all, she didn't even know it was chicken pot pie. She was just explaining what it was. She's like, I don't know what it was. She was like explaining what it was. And the guy's like, was it a chicken pot pie? She's like, yes, that's what the hell they were feeding us. Chicken pot pies. How are you going to feed an athlete chicken pot pies? She's like, when you go to the WWE catering, there's lettuce, there's potatoes, there's vegetables, there's this, there's that, there's protein, there's, everything that you feed an athlete. And she went in on TNA. But anyways, that's either here or there. You guys find it. It's on the internet. It's hilarious. Eve, I'm going to find them and send it to you. I want you to hear it.
Oh my God.
Everything. It's good.
I'm not ready.
You are not. But, we get into it with Brandi. Brandi confronts Maria when Maria gets into her man's face. So Brandi gets in front of Maria. And she slaps, I think Maria slaps Brandi. And she completely misses. And Brandi still sells it. So I was like, awful.
Oh, God.
And then they both bend over and grab each other by the hair. And they just stand there. I'm not even kidding you. They're just standing there holding each other's hair. Nobody's moving to the left. Nobody's moving to the right. They're just holding each other's hands. Probably here for like a good, 3 seconds on TV is a long fucking time. So they're there for like 3 seconds holding each other's hair, not doing anything. And then all of a sudden you hear Maria like, knee. And then Brandi goes for a delayed knee. And then Maria rolls out of the ring. That was it. I was like, This is what TNA pushed.
I'll never talk bad about the Bellas again. Never mind.
Granted, Brandy, this is her first time getting active in the ring and really taking a bump or doing anything to that nature. But I was like, Brandy, you've watched enough matches, girl, to know, knock this bitch on her ass. Even if you forgot what to do something. Don't just not do anything. I mean, it was just awful. And I feel like I had to talk about it because I know that the listeners are always like, you guys never talk about TNA. Well, you guys wanted me to talk about TNA. Here it is. It was just terrible. And that was all that Bound for Glory. And that's the last thing I've seen going on with TNA. I don't know what the hell's going on this week. No fucking clue. All I know is that Gail Kim is the Knockouts champion again. They've probably had 5 champions in the past 6 months. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. So once again, I'm not watching TNA. I'm all set.
Delete from my channel. Delete.
The K. Delete the K. I love what Gigi said. Is that what they named that after their product? Gigi, you a fool, girl. You a fool. Well, that was our show. That's all I have today. You guys got anything else you guys want to add in before we go off?
One of my friends asked me to shout him out. So I'm going to shout out Diva Fever from Instagram and Endless Diva from Instagram. Bam, there you go.
Hey, guys. Shout out. Gigi, is there anything else you want to announce? You want to announce your pregnancy? Ooh, was that a secret?
Bye. Don't let me... I think it's going to be so neglected. It's going to be, no. No, I don't have any pregnancies. There should be a vlog coming if my iPhone let me upload these videos onto the thing. It was quite an event, a quite ratchet event that WWE Live had. It was quite beautiful, the ratchetness. They had a TNA moment. It was great. No, nothing else. Follow at True G because I haven't been on the show in forever and I probably forgot the handle.
Okay, so before we get off here, before we get about our social media, I know that Gigi just did, but I was listening to one of Sam Roberts' radio shows. Sam Roberts is the one who does all the wrestling interviews. If you're a wrestling fan, I'm sure you know who the hell he is. So he had an interview with Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace came onto his show, and he started questioning her on how she put up a whole list of all these wrestlers, which she had like Eddie Guerrero, she had Bret Hart, she had all these wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers that did not die due to drugs or enhancement pills or whatever. So they questioned her on that, and she was like, well, I didn't say that they all died from drugs. And Sam Roberts like, well, you kind of insinuated that they did because you were talking about how all these wrestlers die young and there's wrestlers on drugs, and here's a list of all the wrestlers that died young, under 40 or some shit like that. And she said, well, that's not what I mean. So it got into a whole little thing, and then the guy who was on the show with Sam Roberts and her really got into it. So Nancy Grace got up and walked out of the interview. I suggest you guys go watch it because the shade in this fucking interview was everything. I was biting at the bits watching this shit.
I want to see this because I remember I was so mad at her for that because it said Owen Hart's name and Owen Hart was the fell into from the ceiling to the mat or whatever. And everyone was like, "Wait a minute!"
Yeah, she was.
And then she put him on there for drugs. Oh, and then she wanted to talk about how he died because he was taking drugs. Like, no, it was a heart attack. He was old. Like, ooh. Good thing I wasn't doing an interview. I would have walked behind her and snatched that wig off her head. Nope.
Gigi, so definitely watch it because they talked about how she glorifies off children's deaths and she tries to make money off of it. And they gave it to her. And then he goes, well, I interview wrestlers. And he's like, I know wrestlers. And she goes, oh, I know exactly what you do. She's like, I know that you interview wrestlers. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I've spoken to a lot of wrestlers. She's like, well, I don't think that the wrestling business is safe. She's like, they don't care about their athletes. She's like, because there's too many deaths in wrestling. And then Sam Roberts like, oh, well, I've spoken to a lot of wrestlers and they don't want you speaking for them. She's like, well, you can't speak for all wrestlers. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, well, I can speak for more wrestlers than you can, blah, 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 because I actually talk to wrestlers. And she was like, well, you can't speak for every wrestler. And they were telling like, not a lot of wrestlers do not agree with what you were saying and they don't want you to speak for them. Basically. And then they threw shade that her show got canceled on H&L, whatever network she was on, Headline News or something like that, HLN. So it was very shady. So I know the listeners, if you guys want to see a good shade off with Sam Roberts and somebody, oh, it's a good one. So I suggest you guys go check this out with Miss Nancy Grace. And Nancy Grace wasn't holding back. You know her. She was over there trying to defend her brand. And then she got up and ran when it got too hot, when they were really giving it to her. And then she said that she feels like she was being attacked and blah, blah, blah. So I suggest you guys go listen to it. It's really, really good. I don't want to give out all the details because it's really good. So we've said a lot. Eve, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you're part of the team now. This has been fun. And gotta keep it sassy and classy, just how you've been doing it. So tell the listeners where they can follow you at.
So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DivaFanatic with an X.
And Gigi, where can the listeners follow you? And I'm so surprised that you showed up today, but thank you for gracing us with your presence. It was a pleasant surprise. And Gigi, I gotta ask you a question, so don't hang up before we finish up. But where can the listeners follow you at?
Oh, yeah, I stay on to hear y'all talk shit. It's at TrueG on Twitter, at gorge.george on Instagram, the Pipe Bomb Podcast on Instagram. I don't know why a whole bunch of Middle Eastern Indian people followed us. Shout out to y'all, because, we went from about, 400 to I think we're at, 520 something right now, and that's in, less than, 36 hours. So I really love y'all for that.
Yeah, we got, 200 followers out of nowhere. I was
because my phone was blowing up. It just said followed you. And I'm like, oh, we didn't got some spam accounts. I was about to get mad at that guy. Started clicking them and saying that spam, so it pop off. And it was actual people. I was like, look.
Yeah, I went through that shit too.
It's because we got Diva Fanatic on here. Thank you, Eva.
I know. Look at this bitch. Eve, we're rubbing off, huh? Bitch is like a genie over here. I think it's gonna be Eve the genie. But yeah, it's such a pleasant surprise, and we truly, truly appreciate that shit. We live for it. So yeah, I was so surprised. I thought it was a bunch of spammers and stuff like that, but I saw that Tom posted up that cute little picture with Nikki Bella and the Shield, a kind of a fandom thing with Nikki Bella being the Shield token girl, and it burnt
my heart a little bit, but it got us a whole bunch of likes.
A bunch of likes and a bunch of followers. It got us over 200 followers, and they're not all Middle Eastern. Don't listen to Gigi, because I saw some.
No, but it was a good amount. I was looking at it. I'm like brown, white, brown.
Anyways, wherever you are, follow us. We love it. So you guys can follow me at Jimmy Vibes on Twitter and Jimmy Vibes _ on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week with another episode. And I'm sorry that it's been 2 weeks, but we had to get our shit together. We gotta get our shit together. We got a new member. So we're back on it. So thanks, guys. Until next week. Toodles.
Peace. Bye.